What's up everyone, welcome back to Switchcraft, and it's a great day to be a gamer. Today we're going to go over in detail everything we know about one of my most anticipated games of 2019, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. I can't tell you how much of a nostalgia trip it is finding out about this game because it all happened so fast. It was leaked, and then like a few days later we get an announcement with an amazing looking trailer. I was a monstrous Power Rangers fan as a kid, and who am I kidding, I still am to this day. And I'm talking OG Power Rangers, Jason, Billy, Zach, Kimberly, Trini, and Tommy. Alpha and Zordon, Rita Repulsa and her putties. I fell off a bit when they started going prehistoric and back and forth through time, but man, I would still rock out to that theme song. I still have the first Power Rangers movie on VHS, and it's probably worn out from all the times I've watched it, even if they did replace the yellow, red, and black Rangers. But to this day, I remember in the second grade, I tagged along to one of the many cross-border shopping trips my parents made to Buffalo, and we always stopped at the Walden Galleria. This massive mall had a KB Toys, the highlight of our trip. Obviously, they're not around anymore, but on this one fateful trip, I got perhaps the coolest toy I'd ever gotten. It was a pair of Black Ranger kid gloves, just like they had in the show, except these had little batteries and buttons inside of them and made a punching sound whenever you made a fist. Needless to say, I was the second coolest kid in second grade. Who was the coolest, you might ask? That damn Marco, who had a Sega Genesis with a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game that I only got to play on Saturday mornings when we went as a family to the Sears at our local mall. They had this big display setup of a Genesis with this one game in it for must have been months. I never made it past that first Minotaur stage, but I remember it vividly to this day. One day, I'm going to get a Genesis, and that one game in particular, just so that I can say that I have it, and I beat it. I promise. But finally, on to the daggone point of this video. There's a new Power Rangers game coming out. You think I'm just a little excited? And just a little? Well, this is a pre-order day one pickup, and I hope it doesn't get lost in the shadows of Mortal Kombat, as they're both set to come out in April of this year. So, I wanted to go over my impressions of what we've seen of the game so far and round up everything we know about it. Plus, with 2019 being the year I finally get into fighting games, it's a no-brainer. But first of all, we don't have an official release date, even though we know it's coming out in April, and it'll only be $19.99. The downside is that it'll only be released digitally as far as we know. I'm so ready to relive my childhood, I don't even care. And I'll buy a physical copy when Limited Run Games puts one out down the road, which they eventually will. YouTuber K-Wing Let's Plays was actually able to get in touch with the developers, and we have some insider information thanks to him. No spoilers or anything, just some cool stuff to know about the game. First up, it's absolutely not a port. This is a brand new, never before seen in any form, fresh release. And if you've heard people say it looks like Marvel vs. Capcom, they'd be mistaken. The developers themselves said that they modeled this game after Dragon Ball FighterZ. So you'll have a team of 3 that you can swap in and swap out or assist with. As of right now, it looks like we'll be able to play with at least 15 characters, 4 of which have been revealed, Red, Green, and Yellow Ranger, as well as Lord Draken. If you want some extra skins, you're going to have to pick up the more expensive of the 2 digital editions. If you double the price of the standard and shell out $39.99, you'll get the digital collector's edition, which includes a Green Ranger V2 skin with your pre-order, a digital art book for the collector's edition pre-order, the Season 1 pass, which we don't really know anything about right now, a Lord Draken Evo 2 skin, and a Pink Ranger skin. Seems a little steep right now, especially because the art book is digital. I'm hoping they announce a bunch more skins that come with it and some more details about the season's pass. But let's be real, I'm going to get the digital collector's edition either way. We'll have cross-console combat in this game, meaning however you play, you'll be playing against gamers on any and every console or PC out there. There'll be a multiplayer and single-player mode. It's not a port of Power Rangers Legacy Wars. There are no cards. It's not a free-to-play game riddled with loot boxes. There will be DLC bonus content, new moves, new characters, and new skins. As of right now, we don't have any details about the story mode except that you'll get to play through it with multiple different characters, and it'll be different whether you're on the good side or the bad side. That's not a huge accomplishment in a game like this because you're just changing some of the background art and a few lines of text or a cutscene, and you have a whole new story. K-Wing Let's Plays has another follow-up interview with Hasbro and the developers at the end of January, so we can expect more details then. Until that time, we're just gonna have to settle for the awesome announcement trailer that we got with easily the best looking graphics we've ever seen in a Power Rangers game. And while the physics style and mechanics do appear a little segmented, I mean not as fluid as some other fighting games, it'll take some getting used to if you haven't played Dragon Ball FighterZ before, but the graphics more than make up for it. We saw actual gameplay and it's not that far off from the cutscenes. The lighting and shadows and physics we've seen so far made me smile from ear to ear, as it's as close as we're going to be able to get right now to playing a movie in the franchise. Backgrounds look incredibly detailed, and I love like the muscles and the body structure we get to see through the skins. The individual weapons look unique and beautifully detailed, and I just can't wait to play this game! April is gonna be awesome! Be sure to subscribe so that you know as soon as K-Wing Let's Plays has that interview, and we break down in detail for the latest and greatest on my most anticipated fighting game of 2019. It's a great day to be a gamer. Switchcraft out.